Prepare your eyes. I have for you a surprising surprise. Oh, my goober. Look with your eyes. Woo! If you don't know what this is my Zero FX, which has been broken for 10 months. I got it back yesterday. I just went to my friend's place to clean it. It has not looked this good in literally over a year. Guffaw and look at this. I managed to get out just before the sun went down, which is the magic hour. I'm going to rant and talk all about this, but let me just walk around really quick because you'll probably never look this good again. Admire while you can. And I won't lie, I had to take this ugly thing off just to make it look kind of pretty. Oh boy, this is going to be really tough. Normally I don't attach it with a net, but this net system will work. It's just a little bit more tricky than the rock strap system. It's really not bad, but the rock strap system for this is better because this has a lot more play than the rock straps would. Alrighty, my little boy, let's get the tit ass out of her. But don't you want to hear the engine start up? Sure. And now the engine's on. Listen to this. Look at this beautiful little place to touch. I'm going to touch the grass really quick. Now, half of that noise is that pelican case jostling around. I miss this. I miss this sneakiness. The sneakiness! That was a big jump for that little... That worked. The net did its job. All right, let's get out of here. I almost choked on a bug. Riding this thing is like muscle memory. It's been so long, but I have put over 10,000 miles on this motorcycle, so I have a lot of experience on it. I've ridden this bike literally... I can't be right. Let me see here. 27 miles. Okay, yeah, 27 miles since I got it back. I was looking at the wrong trip meter, which is not much. And I gotta say, part of that muscle memory that's carried over is whenever I lean this bike or get into a turn, super conservative, reserved, tepid, timid, scared, because if you touch anything to make that rear tire lose traction, you're going down. This thing will just... Anyway, that's a whole other rant, but aside from that, I did not remember how tiny this thing feels. I mean, me sticking my knees out is kind of a me thing, but, you know, coming from the Touareg to this, dude. Okay, I'm going to talk about this bike a lot, but let me say a couple time-pertinent things. First of all, I'm having a meetup and a ride and a moto camp thing. The details are still inbound, but I do believe the camping is going to happen in Missouri. I have the meetup location. I have the date. It's September 14th. If you want to coordinate and join for any part of that, the meetup, the ride, and or the camping, join my Discord. I'm still planning that out. And speaking of planning that out, I'm going to go to Colorado 2 weeks after that, and I am planning to have a mini-meet there. I don't have the plans for that, but if I do, I'll announce them there. So, Discord. This bike, I got so much to say. So I'll say this, first of all. I have so much to say, and there's a lot I'm going to say because, well, if nothing crazy happens with the bike and it breaks before I can do it, I've been wanting to, for the longest time, to make a video essay talking about this bike in detail. So, that being said, a lot of the stuff that I could say now, I'll say for that. So let me try to think about what's more relevant to right now rather than what will be in this big video I'm planning to make. Now that I finally have the bike. Wow, so much for muscle memory. I literally just lifted my left toe for the shifter that doesn't exist. This bike, dude, it's so dumb, but boy do I like it. It's just like, if you've ever ridden a Grom, it's like that. It's a stupid little thing. That's what this bike is. I think, yeah, I recorded it last week on Friday. I went to a little moto camp thing, and my friend brought a Honda Monkey, which we used as the pit bike, to ride around camp. That was perfect for that. That's what this bike would be perfect for. Heck, if you were to do a track day, a little Honda Grom, Honda Monkey, one of these, that'd be like a good little pit bike just to screw around on. That's what this bike is. I was just talking to Dan, who helped me clean the bike. After coming from the Touareg, which has since more or less, completely scratched the touching dirt itch that this Zero left in my heart. When I came from that to this, truthfully, I wasn't like, oh my God, I can touch grass now. Like, no, I've been touching dirt. I'm okay. So my itch has mostly been scratched, but there's a couple things I'm starting to feel, a little couple tingles. I'm like, oh yeah, that's why I missed this bike. Little things, like no engine heat. Like, thank you. I took off midday. It was over 90 degrees. I'm like, this is nice. Dad took it around his neighborhood and came back. And when he came back, I legit didn't hear him coming. I actually heard the tires on the grass before, because I didn't hear the bike running at all. I was like, that thing is so quiet. That's funny. I was like, oh yeah, that's why I like it, because it's quiet, so I can just sneak around. And when I was at his house, I parked it in his front yard, and I turned back around, and it was just in the grass. I'm like, oh, well, I guess the side stand just sunk into the mud, which is what happened. Which, whatever. This bike is literally, that's the other thing I love about it. It's a trasher. It's a beater. I can just kick this thing over. I'm like, I don't care. It's nice to have a bike like that. But man, yeah, coming from that Touareg, I mean, that bike is just... I love that bike, and that could do almost everything. There's like, this thing can do maybe 3.5 things that the Touareg can't, little tiny things like no heat and quiet. So anyway, like I said, I've had the itch scratched over there. So coming to this is like, you got to be able to appreciate, if you don't have a bike that can go off-road like the Touareg or whatever, you got to be able to appreciate these little things. All that to say, I do appreciate just slightly less because I have been wanting for some of the check boxes the Touareg can hit. But there's like 2 or 3. Like right now, what I want to do, I want to not go home because I have more range. I probably will go home, but I want to go find some place. I said the day before I took off, I want to go do something illegal. That's what I said. I said, I don't care what it is, just something illegal. Like I want to take this thing like out there in the grass, or somewhere where no one can see me because they won't be able to hear me, and this thing can, in some ways, explore certain places that other motorcycles can't, just because of the secret factor. This bike has all new electronics, minus the turn signals. Those don't count, I guess. That's a whole other part of a rant, but brand new battery, brand new dash, brand new MBB and DC converter thingy. So all the main stuff has been completely replaced. So it's just the chassis and the wheels that are old. In fact, I'm disappointed. This new odometer, not surprisingly, didn't keep the miles from my last time. So I really don't know how many miles I put on it. I know it's over 10,000 miles. The best way for me to find out would be to look at my most recent video with this bike, which would have been 10 months ago, try to get a peek at the odometer, which I'll probably do, and put that mileage right here. And that is the last verified mileage of this bike. Elseways, it's a new bike. I hate to say new, but it is in a way. But at the same time, it's trash. Like, I got all these scratch marks on the mirror and the pegs and the guards, you know, whatever. And it's really faded paint in some areas, whatever. This is all stuff I'll talk about. I took a peek at my script earlier today because I wrote a script for the video essay for this bike. And I wrote that script 6 months ago. I was like, geez, it's a long time. So 4 months into the bike being in the shop, I wrote that script, thinking I was going to get it back any day, and I didn't. So I need to go over that whole script again. I'm going to try in my free time. I don't have a lot of free time anymore. I really would like to record the video this summer. If not, hopefully in the fall. I say hopefully because I'm just going to get busier as fall comes up. But between work and school, I just don't have a lot of time. The last time I rode just to ride was like 2 weeks ago, and I hadn't ridden like 6 weeks before that to ride, you know. Riding to go do something or commuting doesn't count. I mean, ride to ride. Yeah, in my free time. It's going to be a big project for me, but I'm just hankering to make that video. Sorry, this video's boring. It's just me riding in a straight line. I thought about touching dirt, and I was like, no, I just cleaned it. And I almost didn't clean it because I thought, oh, then if I clean it, I won't want to touch dirt. And I was like, but the bike deserves to be cleaned. It's been dirty for like a year or more, so it deserves to be cleaned. And then I'll just appreciate being clean for a bit, which is now. And then after that, I might go touch some dirt. I don't know. Like, the Touareg is better at touching dirt, but this, I need to go find somewhere illegal. All right, acceleration time. Woo! I'm getting out of here. The muscle memory kicked in and said, you can't accelerate out of here because the battery might overheat. What's this? Is this a Grom? That's what it's all about, baby. He didn't give me a wave back, but that's what it's all about, baby. I am going to end the video. I can't remember anything else that there is to say. So thank you all for watching. I appreciate you all. I hope you're all doing well and being good. And we'll see each other later. Bye.